I purchased the solar filter. It's just a cheap cardboard one. You slide it over the lens, and they're designed to fit a certain range of like 60 something millimeters up to 80, and they make them in actual different diameters depending on which lens you use. And these are great for a once-in-a-lifetime event. Of course, after seeing the solar eclipse, I may become an umbraphile and want to get a better filter and start chasing eclipses. But for tomorrow with the solar eclipse, I don't have a pair of umbros even to wear during the umbra. Anyway, now as you can see when you slip this on the lens, it's not on very securely. Now it does work, but the last thing you want is a gust of wind to blow it off, and if you're in the umbra, the wind will change, and as it gets darker, there are cool meteorological effects you don't experience from photographs or from being outside the umbra. And for those of you who don't know, the umbra is the region of totality. The penumbra is where the moon covers part of the sun, but even at 90% coverage, you don't really notice much of a dimming at all. You really want to be in the umbra, and wearing umbros if you have them. Anyway, there's a simple way to get the filter to come on securely. Now they make foam padding that you can buy from a craft store. So here I have a sheet of black foam padding, and here's a piece of marble tile, a 4x4 tile I made into a coaster. You can buy self-adhesive foam padding, so that makes a nice coaster. And anyway, you want to use a paper cutter to cut them perfectly straight unless you're very good with a straight edge and a box cutter. And the paper cutter I use actually has a blade on it. It was purchased in the 80s and it's made in England. It's not these flat-edged ones you find today in the US, which are just horrendous. Anyway, what I did was I took some pieces of foam padding, and I just had a couple strips that were already cut. And I basically, you get them like this, and you stick it in there. And then when you slip it on, there is still a little wobble, so depending on which size lens you use, you can always get a second one. You just roll it a little tighter, stick it in there, and then it's more secure. Now this is really tight because I have the lens cap on the lens, but there's actually another lens I plan on using when photographing the eclipse. This is only 200 millimeter, and I plan to use a 500 millimeter, but for demonstration, I thought I'll just use this one for simplicity. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, and happy eclipse chasing.